You know, ladies and gentlemen, I had to hit you with that intro. It has been far too long since we have heard that. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Big Cloud has officially returned. How you guys doing? It has been a while. I want to say thank you to everybody for their patience, for one, and thank you for everybody who's wishing me well. I'm fine. Everything's good. Just been a lot of stuff on my plate, and I haven't had time for YouTube, etc. I'd really rather with the game, especially covering a lot of the ridiculous topics that's just been happening over the past couple weeks. Not much that I considered worthy of a video. But nonetheless, we are here. Obviously, I found something that is worth mentioning. Now, you guys already know me. We already know the topic of all topics when it comes to gaming as of late. A lot of people like to say there's a conspiracy towards Microsoft. A lot of people believe that Microsoft is just simply the kid who constantly gets bullied because Microsoft can't, catch a break. Well, this is where we're going to definitely discuss this. Now, this is pertaining to Halo Infinite. According to this rumor that's going around that Halo Infinite could have a budget of $500 million. Now, if this is true, this would mean that the new Halo is going to be on par with GTA 5 in terms of budget. Now, I want you guys to picture that for a second and take that into consideration and really think about the project as a whole if that's what they're going to be doing for Halo Infinite. GTA 5, what did GTA 5 do in terms of just the game in general? What did it do? Not only did it give you crazy set pieces, right? It gave you 3 playable characters with 3 different personalities, numerous missions, an online, online mode that continues to get bigger and bigger each day, and obviously a big open world with tons of detail, tons of activities, with just insanely realistic NPCs, etc. You get it. You know what I'm saying? All this junk. Do you really expect that from Halo, guys? And on top of all that, if they're going to put $500 million into Halo, what exactly are they going to put into Halo? And how much is this really going to be into the single player portion of the game? Now, keep in mind, I'm humoring this. I'm humoring this right now for you guys, but I'm also going to break this down as well. But let's humor this. If this is true, how much is really going into the single player? We know for a fact that Microsoft and Phil Spencer had no shame with the previous Halo game when they introduced the requisition system with the microtransactions. They had no shame whatsoever. They threw it in their hell. They even had a fun animation to, try to entice kids into getting into it. And it was pretty shady if you ask me. So the fact they went to the extremes of making a cartoon for kids to get into microtransactions, what makes you think they wouldn't do that for this one? Just saying. Remember, Microsoft pushes multiplayer games, and this is something that a lot of people know. Microsoft loves to push the multiplayer aspect. But one thing Microsoft is also pushing, and they're not stupid too, they know this is a big thing, is microtransactions. Microtransactions will always be a thing. And if they're going with a budget of $500 million on a Halo game, what exactly do you think they're going to add to this? What can they add to Halo that hasn't already been added to Halo? What can they improve on Halo that hasn't already been done? You think about it. Are they going to really revamp it? Are they going to change every single thing? Is this going to be a complete fresh start? If this is going to be a completely fresh start, then unfortunately, you still need to do a few other things aside from just focus on story aspects. There's more need to be added here. Just saying. I'm okay with the idea of them having a budget of $500 million. That's not really not the problem here. Really not the problem. But if we're gonna, throw this around, right, we got to keep the same energy. This is kind of going in the territory of when the rumors were going around that Sony was gonna buy Take-Two. Now, you guys remember, the internet pretty much melted. Everybody was like, there's no way Sony's gonna buy Rockstar. There's no way Sony's gonna buy the 2K series, right? There's no way Sony's gonna get their hands on that. But again, you guys are eating this up pretty heavy right now. Going, oh, Microsoft's got the money. They can afford this. Sure, they got the money, but you also got to take into account that Microsoft has a budget. You also got to take into account that Microsoft has more studios and new IPs coming from these new studios. So if you really expect the next Halo game to have a budget of $500 million, And the other games, I mean, what are you expecting from the other ones? If we're gonna put $500 million into a Halo game, and granted, the last Halo game, see, Halo is always gonna be a big franchise, but one can argue that the sales of Halo have not been as high as they were back with the 360. Just like many can argue that the sales of Gears of War have not been on the same level as they were with the 360. Sales have dropped on both sides. And this is due to gamer fatigue, and this is going towards Microsoft in general for their lack of effort and investing in new IPs to keep people interested. Again, you guys can have the best pizza on the planet, right? You guys can have the best pepperoni pizza, but it ain't gonna take long for you to get tired of that if that's all you're gonna eat throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Especially kids. Kids will tell you they like pizza, but if you feed a damn kid pizza 3 weeks straight, what do you think a damn kid's gonna say about pizza? You think a kid's really gonna want some more pizza after that? No. That's the best way to explain the situation with Microsoft when it comes to games as of right now. Microsoft's games would be like a pizza. Halo is its own separate little pizza there. It's got its pepperoni, it's got its cheese, it's got its mozzarella, right? And that's all you got in that particular category. Gears of War is another pizza right there. It's all these different little flavors, right? But that's all you got. You got nothing else. It's all the same at the end of the day. They're all shooters. It's nothing really changing here. And hopefully E3 solves the problem. Hopefully E3 sheds some light on a better future. Because going into next generation, going into next gen consoles, I'm telling you, man, Microsoft has more than just Google to worry about when it comes to Stadia. Stadia kind of took the narrative when Microsoft was talking about xCloud. So I already know for a fact that Microsoft's going to try their hardest to try and get the crowd back into their favor when it comes to xCloud and cloud streaming. Microsoft's definitely going to donate a good chunk of their conference to this. I can already feel it in my bones that they're going to do this. But aside from anything else, and studio-wise, this is where we're really going to have the problem at. Yeah, they invest in studios. We know Ninja Theory's got something. We know Playground Games has got something. We know the Coalition, not the Coalition and the Initiative are working on stuff. We know there are other studios that possibly could have been bought and are definitely working on stuff. But again, even with these studios, we're still waiting, and we need to know what you're working on, Microsoft. And rumors like this, rumors like this and crazy rumors like this just doesn't help the situation. All it does is get people excited for all the wrong reasons. I mean, people are excited for this and they don't even care at the end of the day. Like, come on, how many of you are really excited about Halo having a budget of $500 million? What does that do for the situation with the Xbox? And I'm not saying this in a bashing sort of way. I'm saying this in a logical sense. What does Halo having a budget of $500 million really do for the console? Halo has, you think about it, Halo has already done what it can possibly do for the Xbox One in its current state. The Xbox One, the last time we got sales for the Xbox One, it was around 30-40 million. That was the last time we got sales numbers, and estimates of what. That's all we got. There's nothing else Halo can do for Microsoft. Maybe next gen, Halo can sell another 20, another 10, another 30, whatever, right? Those who are loyal to Halo will continue to buy Halo because they love it that much, and that's fine. But what else? I mean, there's nothing else you can really think of right now with Halo. You can take it back to its roots. You can make promises of change. You can say you're going to do this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, the song is still the same, and the situation is still what you guys are seeing right now. Microsoft is just lacking. And this is not me bashing. This is the truth. They're just lacking. You can say X amount of things about people hating and having a vendetta. This is the truth, guys. It's the truth. I'm okay with them having a budget of $500 million. Again, if this is true and they're legit having this crazy budget and they're going to dominate with the game, whatever, okay, fine. They're going to put all this effort into the game, fine. Put all that effort into the game. But another thing you got to put effort into, Microsoft, is marketing this game too. Because I can already see this being a massive loss, especially with the way they've been treating games as of late. Majority of the games don't get proper advertisement. They don't. It's mostly Game Pass shown. Now, granted, they might do something different. They might actually show Halo, right? They might actually dedicate more time to Halo in terms of advertisements. Same thing can be said about Gears and Forza. They might do it for these same 3 franchises, but again, this is where the problem continues to lie. It's not just the lack of studios, it's just the lack of care and effort into these games. And it shows. It really does show. More people are talking about Days Gone. And Days Gone comes out in a few more days. But more people are talking about Days Gone than they are talking about anything Xbox related in terms of just, outside of specs. Again, next gen consoles are on the way, so it makes sense. People's talking about hardware and specifications, which is fine. That comes by default, which is not the problem. But more people are talking about those things, and that's fine. That goes with the territory. But you gotta really look at the situation at the end of the day for what it truly is. So, I don't know what else to say in that regard, guys. I really don't. But yeah, that's the best way to put it. Halo is going to have $500 million dedicated to its budget. Do you believe this? And if it is true, and they actually are going to do this, how do you feel about it? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. Your boy is back here on YouTube.com. I want to say thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys later. You guys be blessed. Y'all be easy. Big Cloud, signing out.